What is going on, guys? You're probably wondering, what the heck am I doing standing? There's a table right below the camera, you can see, but today is gonna be a first for Hustle Productions. We are in the studio today, and we are doing our first ever, drum roll please, unboxing video. That's what we're gonna do. So we invested in a nicer teleprompter for the studio. So today, yours truly is going to be unboxing it. We got hot off the press, brand new, just released. I don't know if it's just released. Check me on that one. But let me show you. It's right here. Elgato XL teleprompter. So if you don't know, we have a full podcast studio here, and we use a teleprompter occasionally when people need it. We use it for live streams to look at chat. We use it for reading scripts, keeping, looking at notes, doing Zoom calls, all that kind of stuff. So where you can look at the camera and still look at your screen at the same time. So it looks like you're engaged with the camera, like I'm reading here on this teleprompter that I have, right? All of this has just been scripted, even the pauses and breaks and fumbles. Just kidding, there's no teleprompter on the camera. But that's the idea, is that you can look at the lens, keep talking to the camera, and still see the screen, and this is what this does. So if you don't know what a teleprompter is, maybe we should do a full breakdown of what a teleprompter does and all the cool things you can do with it. We'll do it with the new XL, or Elgato XL teleprompter. So the cool thing is that we're gonna be doing this unboxing video. It's a first for the channel, unboxing. The other cool thing is that we're going to be doing the unboxing in a little bit of a different way. So the cool thing is that I have the Meta glasses, which have cameras on them. So not only are you going to be unboxing this teleprompter with me, but you're going to be able to see it from where I'm standing, real-time view, like if you were opening the box yourself. The reason why I'm doing that is because a lot of times, just no fault of anybody, but just the technology being able to be used, is you see these unboxing videos and they do a really cool job of like showing the product and this, and you don't really get to see it firsthand, like opening the box, right? If we open this box and the teleprompter wasn't in here, we would find out together first time in this video. Like, it's gonna be right here. So you're gonna be able to see it real time in the box. So let's get started. All right, and here we go. So if you don't know, again, the Elgato XL teleprompter is just a larger version of the previous teleprompter that they've offered. What I'll do is we're just gonna go through the unboxing at the very end of the video. I'll even timestamp it, so if you just wanna just completely skip the unboxing, which is the whole point of this video, and go right to the specs and the differences and all that, I'm gonna put that all at the end. We're gonna do a nice little B-roll, voiceover, whatever you wanna call it. That way you can see what is up and what's the difference between the old one, which we have and we currently use, and now the new one, which is larger. The larger XL version. So in theory, you would think that it would just be a larger scale of what they're already doing. But if you know Elgato, if you know the company, you know they're always looking for room for improvement, and they're always upgrading and making things better and nicer and more efficient. So maybe that's what we're getting here today. So without further ado, let's get this bad boy open. Like I said, we're gonna be using the Meta glasses. So the cool thing is you'll be able to see it just like I'm seeing it. So let's get into it. All right, so I got my handy dandy knife here. We're going to be safely opening up the box. We'll maybe do like a picture-in-picture, something cool. I don't know, because I just got these glasses and I'm not really sure the details, but this looks cool. I don't even know. We're opening it one thing at a time here. Oh wow, this is the screen that you're reading off of? Yeah, this is bigger than my TV at home. I like it. We're gonna figure this out. This thing is massive. Yeah, that looks like it's the mirror, the plate that you are gonna be reflecting, so you'll be able to see. Again, maybe we'll do a video where we kind of break down the details of how like a teleprompter works and what the benefits are for it, when to use it, when not to use it. But yeah, that might explain a little bit more of the pieces we're pulling out. So let's get into it. All right. The funny thing is, and you would not see this if I was not recording with the glasses, is I thought this box was gonna be packed to the brim, which is how they packed it with the glass on top. We're gonna just throw the trash off to the side. But it's not. It's just strategically placed with all the different items. This is gonna be a large teleprompter, I can already tell. Just from having the other one compared to this one, just the body of everything. So yeah, we're just gonna go right through here. Take everything out individually. Looks like this is, just lift this straight up. Wow. Even the packaging looks cool. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of this. Nothing else is in here. Alright, so these are the pieces of that came in. So we have that glass that was just right on top, right here. You can see. We have this box, which I'm assuming has pieces and accessories, or actually this is probably the pieces and accessories, like the back plate that will hold or mount to the camera. And then this is probably the screen and details and everything. Because the way Elgato made theirs, it's not just a something that you set like an iPad on. It is actually its own monitor, just flipped upside down. So we're gonna get through all this packaging really quick. You guys can see it in real time. I'm just gonna rip it because I don't. It's just cardboard. There we go. And the cool thing is, if you use the box and put all the trash in it as you go, you're cleaning as you go. Sorry, you probably can't hear because of the wrapper, but let's get this thing. Huh. Okay, see, and we have this piece here. This is gonna be a big teleprompter, which is good, it's what we need. So you can be able to see. I'm guessing this, let's scoot this over here. I'm guessing this is the screen. Yep. Interesting. Push it through one way. There we go. Uh-oh, there's something else in there. Empty. Alright, this. Oh, I know what this is. This is. Alright, so this is so. If you were going to clip it right onto a lens, you would put a little adapter on the front of your lens inside the grooves, and then this would slide right onto that groove. The teleprompter would hold onto the lens. I don't know if I'm going to go with that option. I do that with the smaller one because of the weight. This is going to be much heavier, and I don't want that weight on the front of my camera. So maybe, but I don't think we're going to be using that. But it's nice that they include it. This one is for you to set up the camera, and then you have this drape over the back so no light gets through this way. Again, we'll have to give like a full breakdown of how teleprompters work. That's going to be a whole separate video. I think that would be a good video because it's interesting. But it's so no light comes through. Think of like those old school cameras where they're like, you know, they go under the hood and they, you know, take pictures. I love photography, but I'm not that old. That's the idea, is because you don't want any light coming in the backside, because then you won't be able to see the reflection of the screen. So that's what that is for. We have the manual. So this shows how to set up everything. But if you know me, yeah, that's gonna go right in there. So let's keep it moving. So the cool thing is I love Elgato because they always have everything branded nice to them. They have like their logo and everything here, so you can kind of like really see like they put time and effort into their designs. They're just a nice company. I have a lot of Elgato stuff. I used to way back in the day. Okay, let's get all the wrappers out of here so you can actually hear me talk. But no, way back in the day, this is the largest, I'm so all over the place. This is the largest microfiber, it's not even a microfiber, it's a fiber cloth. I mean, holy smokes, this thing is massive. Anywho, no, but back in the day, Elgato was very big into like video game streaming, and that's actually how I got into all of this, was wanting to be a video game streamer. But I was not good enough at video games, and I was, at the time, I guess not funny enough. I think I'm hilarious now, but just never worked out. But if I don't do that, I don't get my first camera. If I don't get my first camera, I don't go down that road of learning all the ins and outs of how to use the camera. If I don't do that, then I don't figure out that I actually enjoy it. And then if I don't do that, you're not watching this video. So, all right, let's get back into it. So this is the screen. So the way that this works is, and it's probably gonna clip in, but this will, it's magnetic. Wow. Okay, let's do that again. I thought I dropped it. So this part is teleprompter. This is the screen, and like I'm not fooling around. Like, this is magnetic. Wow. That's what's up. That's actually pretty cool. This is actually going to be really easy to put together. I'm going to put that down just because I'm going to piece it together. This, I'm assuming, is all the accessories now. So this is all the accessories now. If I can get the box open. Oh yeah. So, yep. I'm not sure how this box works. I don't think I'm doing this right. See, this is why I love the real time. I'm just going to show you. Let's move this before we do anything to that. You're experiencing this real time with me, opening this box, trying to open the box. I'm trying to be as nice as possible, but that knife is calling my name. Is this open? Take it apart. We're just gonna rip it. We're going for it. We're going for it. All right, so here we have. All right, so these are those rings I was talking about. I already have a set of these, but it's always nice to have two. So these, as you see here, these, if you have a variable ND or any type of ND or filter or ProMist or anything like that, you'll know exactly what these are and how to use them. They literally screw into the inner threads of the front of your lens. Not many people realize that there's a thread there, but there is. Every lens is different. Mostly there's standard sizes, but depending on the size of the lens, it's different. That's why there's so many of these. But what that will do is, I'll just give you an example here. So let's take this first one. So this will screw into the lens, right? Here's the lens. And then this piece that I was talking about that we're probably not going to use just because of the weight of this teleprompter, you'll take this piece, which would be attached on the back of here. Right, so hold on here. Teleprompter. This would be on the attached to the back of here. And then This would be on the outside. This would be on the front of your camera. This would then slide in here to where it holds on. So that's why, like, I don't think I'm gonna use this with the lenses, because this is a lot of weight to put on the front of your camera. Not so much the lens, but where the lens attaches to the body of the camera. That's where I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. So that's how this whole setup is. But the cool thing is now I have a whole nother set of these for the other teleprompter, the smaller Elgato teleprompter that we have. So, all right, let's start piecing it together. And then we have our USB cable. So the way that Elgato, again, the teleprompter works, and we'll have to go in a whole separate video. But the way it works, because this is a screen, this has a USB-C on it. This is your USB-C to USB cable. Nope, USB-C to USB-C. So you'll plug in the screen into your computer. It'll be like a secondary monitor. Then you'll go into, there's an Elgato desk app that you'll download, and then you'll be able to control this screen, or you can use this as a secondary monitor, right? So if you have a Zoom call, let's get this built out, and then I'll go through it. So this is done. These are spare parts. If they're spare, we're gonna leave them in there, so we're gonna lose them. Cord, rings we don't need, microfiber, this is trash. All right, so these are probably, the parts in here are probably for this. This is what you can then, we'll put it together. All right, so first things first, we're gonna put our glass on, and this is probably what the microfiber is for, because I'm already getting fingerprints all over it. So it looks like we go here. Nope. See, you would think I'd follow the directions to make this much easier in a shorter video, but you guys are gonna go through it with me. We're doing this together. Well, how in the world? This way. Oh, it definitely goes the other way. There we go. There we go. There we go. I just needed to click it in. The bad thing about these glasses, they only have a 2 to 3 minute, I think, record time, and then it'll auto shut off. That's okay. I'll just keep hitting the button. As you can see, there's these little grooves that these got to fall into, and I wasn't putting them in those grooves, which it probably explains it in the directions. I just don't follow directions. Simple. I mean, I follow directions. I just don't follow instructions for putting stuff together. Anywho. So we have our glass on here. Screen is magnetized in there, and this is pretty much it. So now this piece will go here. Actually, I'll probably hold it underneath here. This piece then mounts right here. All right. So imagine this is here. I don't have another arm to show you, but then your camera body, with this mounted on here, will sit on top of here, so then your lens will be in this opening, so you'll be able to see through, the camera will be able to see through one way, the reflection from the screen will be the other. That's pretty much how the teleprompter works. So what I'll do really quick, that's pretty much the unboxing. We're gonna go into a little bit. We're gonna probably do all, and it has a horseshoe mount up here. Oh snap! I just noticed that little horseshoe space to mount. That's pretty cool. Again, we're gonna kind of go through the specs and everything at the end. Let you guys go through that. But that was like a genuine unboxing from my perspective. Give or take a couple seconds because of the meta glasses. But before we kick into that, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you where, it's probably on a camera somewhere. We're gonna compare the two. This is the XL, and I'm gonna show you the original one that they put out. So, actually, let's just get this mounted. Nah, fine. I'll do it later. You guys have an idea of all the pieces. We just don't want to lose anything. So this is, all this here. One second. So this is the XL prompter. I'll go this way. All right. And this is the original. So you can kind of see this one is that size and this one is just bigger. But yeah. So, and then of course, I'm gonna put this on just so we can, this way. Oh. Yeah, this is a big this is huge. I'm gonna screw this in really quick because oh, I see. Oh, I see. They're smart. One. Two. All right, so this piece is in there. I guess I'll show you because I get so excited putting stuff together and putting this all. So what I did was I screwed these two in. I popped that in, screwed these in. Very easy. Now your lens can sit in here and see through the teleprompter. This portion is gonna go so this one is how we're gonna be the most efficient with this bad boy. There. So you can see there's a little screw here, feed it through. Here we go. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. All right, and the cool thing is this is adjustable. So depending on the camera size you have, so if you got a real big beefy camera, you got to drop all the way down. You got to drop it low. It'll sit here and it'll line up. But if you have something smaller, you can raise it, and then you just screw it in that way. And then this screw will go on this side and screw into the bottom of your camera. And look at the reflection. What's up? So this goes to the bottom of your camera. And then once your camera is on, this will then fold behind it. So now no light gets through. That's how we do. So let's, now I guess the only part left, we'll break down a whole nother video like of how the teleprompter works, best scenarios, how to use it, all that fun stuff. So let's kind of set this up, because what I want to do, and hopefully I can do this, is we're gonna set up a thumbnail. Fun fact, I'm always full of fun facts. When you're doing a YouTube video and you need a thumbnail, you know how at the end of like old 90s movies, they would do freeze frame, right? So they'd be running like Rocky. It's like they're running on the beach and then they go, boom, freeze frame. And then it cuts. Think freeze frame when you want thumbnails that show your video. So like freeze frame. And that's your thumbnail. Now you can use that. I don't know if I'm gonna use that one, but maybe. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Again, we'll run a little bit of the B-roll, kind of show the little bit of difference and everything. But yeah, this is a huge teleprompter. So, and this is a smaller one. This is more for like desk setup. This would be for like production studio. Until the next one, we will see you in, I guess until the next video, we will see you in the next video, whatever that video is. But this is a cool breakdown of teleprompter. If anything you've seen here, from the glasses to the smaller teleprompter, larger teleprompter, from the equipment that we're using to film this video, everything is gonna be linked down below, from the microphone to the C-stand, everything. If you're interested, go ahead and check it out. It's no extra cost to you if you use one of those links, just gives a little kickback to us, which is really cool. Helps us make these videos more. Until the next one. And if there's anything else that you want to have us unbox from a first-person perspective with the Meta glasses, just comment it down below and we'll take a look and see what it is. Anything you want to go over, product reviews, anything like that, down below. All right, cool. I'm gonna get a script writing. I'm gonna write a script to use this bad boy, and I'm gonna set it up on this side of the studio and be able to read it from over there. So that's that. So yeah, cool. All right, peace.